In this type of case, we're gonna go back to algebra. We're gonna see what can we do with algebra, fourth grade level math. So that says if I have, let's say, 16 over 3 minus 32 over 5, something like this. I will actually factor this. So that's equal to 3 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and minus 5 over 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And I just know that this one just near to the 2 over 2. And so I factor the bottom. If you realize I factor over the bottom, so I recognize that this one I needed, 2, 2, and then that's equal to 6 over 32 minus 5 over 32. That's equal to 1 over 32. But in this case, we just have to factor the bottom. If we factor the bottom, we can see the least common denominator much more clearly. So with the rational expression that you're going to deal with is factor the bottom. If I factor the bottom, I'm going to get 5x over x plus 2 and x minus 2. So hopefully you get this used to this. This is called difference of the square. Minus 2 over x minus 2 and x plus 1. Now what you're going to look at is determine what's LCD. LCD is they both have in common. So I'm going to compare, again, I'm comparing the x plus 2 and x minus 2. And I'm comparing x plus 1 and then x minus 2. So since they both have the same, so I'm going to take the x minus 2 as my least common denominator. And this one's different, so I'm going to write it again, x plus 1 times x plus 2. So that's equal to LCD. Again, I'm going to repeat that. I'm comparing this as the first set, the first least common the first denominator, the second denominator. I'll keep the one that they are the same, but I will actually keep the one that has higher power. If this is x squared, I'll keep the x squared. When this they are the first power, I just keep the first power. These are unique, so I'm going to do this. So my LCD is x plus 1, x plus 2, x minus 2. So what I'm going to do is pay attention to that. I'm going to say, well, what I need on this side? I already have x plus 2 and x minus 2. That means I have those. I just need x plus 1. And I'm going to multiply this side. I need an x plus 2. So therefore, I'm going to have a x plus 1 times x plus 2 times x minus 2. And I usually add 5x times x plus 1 minus 2 times x plus 2 over x minus 2, x plus 1, and x plus 2. Remember, nothing I can cancel. Those two cannot cancel each other, because if you cancel, you're just going to go back to original state. So what I want to have a same denominator do it all. So that means now I can add a top. So on top, it's going to be 5x, so it'll be 5x squared plus 5x. And here I'm going to make sure, again, distribute to both. Minus 2, distribute to those. So this minus sign, minus 2 is distributed to both, so it's going to be minus 2x. And then minus 4. Instead of positive 4, it's going to be minus 4, and that's going to be x minus 2, x plus 1, x minus 2, x plus 2. Okay. Now I can combine those two terms, so that's left the 5x squared plus 3x minus 4 over x minus 1 times x plus 1 times x minus 2 times x plus 2. Sorry, I just changed the order a little bit. Hopefully I didn't confuse you. So again, this is the same as this one. So voila, I'm done.